Well, the time is now 9 o'clock. The next 15 minutes brought to you with the kind compliments of ICBL, always there when you need us most.
When we use our passion to create something special, we cherish the experience that brings the result. It isn't always smooth sailing, but that's the beauty of it. Because through experience and the help of knowledgeable partners, we learn and grow together. And we dream bolder dreams for the future, confident that your passion and our expertise will bring an ever bright tomorrow. ICBL, always there when you need us most.
Always there when you need us most, and anytime they are there. And let's say a very, very special welcome and good morning to Sharleen. How are you doing today?
Testing, mic 1, 2.
1, 3.
That's
We
okay.
are there. We are ready. Yes. Yes. We are good to go. All righty.
What
So,
happened?
hey, man, I didn't know what happened there. Everything was working good. They're not going to stop
It's
me.
just no, they're not. They're not gonna stop ICBL either. It's just 2021. That's the way things are going. I'll tell you, when I woke up this morning, Kashi, my alarm goes off and I usually open my eyes, jump out to bed and go and work out. But this morning I kind of gave it a little peek. I looked through one just to assess the level of brightness. I wanted to see if it was okay, if it was safe to be up this morning. But yes, indeed it is. Every day that we wake up is a blessing, and we're really happy to be here, ready to serve our customers. So our office is not going to be open, but we are operating remotely. You know how it is with ICBL. There's nothing much that can stop us. So we're operating remotely for our customers, and you can give us a call at 434-6000, or you can send an email to info@icbl.com, and we are there ready to serve you. I just want to tell you really quickly, there's a lot of things going on in the country. Obviously, one of the most interesting things or incredible things for us is this ash fall that's coming as a result of the volcano in St. Vincent. And we're really keeping our Vincentian neighbors in our prayers and our thoughts and our prayers. And, we ourselves were dealing with quite a bit of that ash fall as a result. Just want to let you know, if you don't have to be on the roads, everyone is saying it, but we're going to come here and say it again because it needs to be said. If you do not have to be on the roads, don't go on the roads. We don't have any experience with ashy roads. We don't have experience with that thick sludge that is forming now that the rain has fallen. And it really makes the road behave really differently. I went outside because I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll put some plants outside. Maybe I'll wash the car down a bit. And I almost, hit G flat. My slipper just went, whoop. It is a different thing.
Yeah, I had the same experience.
It really is a different thing. But I caught myself. I gathered myself. I didn't hit the bottom. But also, when you're going outside, we want you to make sure that you're wearing your mask. Make sure that you're wearing your mask, not just for the corona anymore, but this ash is something serious. And we have our Lisa Brathwaite Graham on the line as well, because we want to talk to you a bit about the respiratory issues that may arise as a result of this ash fall, because this is, like I said, a very serious situation. We want you to be aware of the things that you need to do to protect yourself. Good morning, Lisa. How are you doing?
Good morning, Sharleen. Good morning, Kashi. And good morning, Barbados. I am doing quite well this morning. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. All buttoned down on the inside.
I am indeed. And I just want to say to start that I really endorse the messaging from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This is something that's quite novel to me. In the span of my career, I've not faced something like this. So what we're depending on heavily is the principles that we know to work. So if I can just quickly say to persons in the country who are known to be asthmatics. Now, we have some asthmatics in the country. And I want to remind all of you that walk around with your rescue inhalers in your pockets because you're asthmatics. I want you to take them out. And right now, if you can hear me and you're an asthmatic and you have your rescue inhaler in your pocket, I want you to take it out and look at that expiration date. These are things that we're not necessarily thinking about because, Trust me, if it is expired by a year, the impact and the usefulness is not going to be the same. So I'm calling on all my asthmatics this morning. If you can hear my voice, or if you know of someone who you know is asthmatic,
Parents
please
of asthmatics.
call them. Yes, call them up. Ask them to take that inhaler out and check that expiration date. If it is expired, please put yourselves in position to have a fresh one. No. The second tier of persons I want to speak to is those persons who would have had asthma as a child or been diagnosed with asthma many moons ago, and you have not had an attack in probably 20 years.
So you probably feel you don't have it anymore.
Oh, that's the general feeling.
I got over asthma. I conquered
Yes.
it. Yes.
Or I took some lizard soup. Or I had something like that. You know, Bajans talk about this stuff when they're growing up, right?
That's right.
I want to call on that group. And I want to ask you to reach out to your personal physicians, because this is the thing. Once you have a challenge and it presents itself before you and you have nothing to work with, you might find yourself in a bit of trouble. So I'm going to ask those persons to please reach out to your personal physicians and ensure that you have a rescue inhaler on hand. And it's so important because I've seen persons who've not had asthma attacks for 25 years end up in a hospital bed just because it came on them sudden and they had nothing to respond with. And the third thing, Sharleen, that I really want to reach out to Barbadians with this morning is the proper use of the inhaler. So we're living in a technologically driven age, and there is YouTube, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have credible information that you can go on the YouTube. You can put it in, how to correctly use a rescue inhaler by CDC. It's a minute long. It's there that the adults can take advantage of, and it's also there for children. So for those children who have to use the spacers, when the incident is upon you and you're panicked and you're stressed and it's hot and you're frustrated, you really need to know what to do. And if you prepare, so it's not just about having, definitely you need to have the medication on hand, but you need to know how to appropriately use it. And I want to challenge everyone in the hearing of my voice to go on YouTube, put in CDC, remind yourself if you've not had to use your inhaler within the last month, in the last couple months, 6 months. If time has passed and you don't remember, just go take the time, see how it is done, because this is the thing. Once your chest starts to feel tight, and once you start to have shortness of breath or you start to wheeze, you need to be able to use your devices. And again, our doctors on island, they're very accessible, very willing to help. Nobody likes to hear of a death coming out as a result of asthma. So don't ever feel as though there's no help. You can get assistance. Please reach out. Your local nurses, your local pharmacists, anyone in your family. I heard the Prime Minister reminding us about community spirit, being our brother's keeper, that kind of thing. So Sharleen, I just want to ask everyone today, and ICBL is joining the messaging about taking precautions and staying on top of your situation. So I just want you, the entire country, to do the most you can to be readily prepared for any eventuality should it present itself to you.
And I'm really happy that you brought that point, Lisa, because, ICBL, what we're doing here for you, Kashi, this morning, and as you know, we really and truly we're scheduled to have the Nurse Knows running from this today, essentially from this month. But with all that's happening in the country, we thought that it was necessary to come with this type of messaging at this time. We'll still have our show, we'll still have our program, but we wanted to make sure that we get this information out to the public because this is very important. As I was speaking about the vehicles, Lisa's coming and speaking about the health. We're making sure that you put these things at the front of your mind because, like I said, the ashfall is really something that is different, is new for all of us. Maneuvering this situation is something that we're all navigating together, all at the same time. And we need to rely on the professionals in particular areas to guide us through this process. I don't know everything that there is to know about vehicles, but we have a solid claims team that was able to provide us with some solid information as it relates to how do you take care of your car. And in a nutshell, Kashi, this is what I'm going to tell you. You see, when there's a nice moment when the ash perhaps has settled enough, get a service. Service your vehicle.
Definitely.
Have your vehicle serviced by a professional. We're talking about changing oil filters, and we're talking about the air quality if you're using your AC,
the air filter
in the vehicle and so on. It has to change. Get your vehicle serviced by a professional. That will cover everything. You know, I went outside this morning, as I said, and a little bit of rain was falling and there was some ash on my car. And I looked at it and I said, oh, well, this rain is going to wash this ash right off. As I stood there and I watched it and I watched it and I watched it, I was like, this is not moving. In fact, this is turning into a situation. This looks like it's about to, you know, turn into a little bit of cement on me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I remember the tips that we had, you know, from our team, and essentially you are supposed to wash that right off. People say, why wash off your car? You know, it's gonna come back. But if you leave it and it keeps falling and you know it's coming on top of each other all the time, then you're gonna have a large situation to deal with at the end. So intermittently, yes, please wash your car off and get that ash off of your vehicle. As I said to you before, don't go on the road. Don't come to ICBL Robert Street to say you need to pay a bill. Go visit our website, ICBL.com, and get that done. Don't come to ICBL Robert Street saying you need to get a quotation. Go to ICBL.com and get that done. We have online facilities because we are in the time where it is necessary. Not only is it convenient, Kashi, you know, it's nice to have. It's really nice to have. It makes you get through your business efficiently and quickly. But right now, it is critical to have online facilities in place so that people do not need to put themselves in unnecessary danger. I have no experience driving on ash. I don't know about you, Kashi. I see that you're in studio this morning and, you know, you were in my thoughts. I was like, oh, there. I don't know. It's just a whole different situation.
Slow and easy.
As Lisa said, slow and easy. Yes, you definitely have to take it slow and easy. Visibility is compromised. And as Lisa said, you always also have to be mindful of the respiratory issues that have arisen as a result of this ashfall. I don't have asthma, but I know that yes, today I started to feel that itchiness, you know, Lisa, that discomfort in your chest, and you're feeling that. My son said, Mommy, my eyes feel fuzzy, you know, and he doesn't have asthma, but you know, he is definitely feeling the effects of what this ash is doing to us. And then we talk about the things like the sulfur, you know, Lisa, that's another problem for people as well. So we need to be mindful of these things. Can you touch on that for me really quickly?
Yeah, persons in the society who have sulfur allergies need to be really careful at this time because sulfur allergies can affect your skin, but then it can affect your respiratory system. So if you notice that you're experiencing anything severe or you're not familiar with it, please reach out to your doctors because some persons might have sulfur allergies and not know. So this is what I want persons to pay attention to. I personally have a sulfur allergy, so I'm taking extreme precautions at this time. So I really want to ask Barbadians to note what is going on with them. Do not expose themselves to this ashfall without a mask. If you can get your hands on an N95 mask, which is the best one that we have right now in terms of accessibility, please do. But the allergies is a major issue as well. So pay attention to yourself. Remember antihistamines such as Histo Elixir. Keep it on hand. It is something to have at this time.
So when we are talking about the sulfur and you know, people still need to clean down their premises and so on, would you encourage the use of gloves, boots, fully cover your skin, those types of things?
Personal protective equipment. That's right.
Yes.
Cover the skin, cover the airway, cover your head, tie it down. When you come inside, wash down from head to toe, especially if your head was exposed, because you're going to take that ash-laden head and put it on a pillow. So begin to think about these little things, and then you're going to inhale it. So pay attention to everything and don't leave anything unturned. Protect everywhere and cover yourselves.
Yes, indeed. Another thing to protect, Kashi, definitely is your mental health. You know, people, I know that you are a UK guy, so you know about winter depression. When outside gets gloomy and so on, people start to feel a little sad. I myself, yesterday, you know, I'm a sunny girl. I like to be outside when it's nice and bright and open my windows and get a little fresh air. And it just wasn't possible yesterday. So do what you need to do to take care of your mental health. Watch a nice film, turn on some nice music, cook something nice, make yourself feel happy, because I definitely understand the down feeling that you can get when outside is gloomy, but it will not always be like this. And you know, we aren't the worst off, and we definitely have our neighboring islands in our thoughts and prayers. So I just wanted to reiterate for them, Kashi, out there, ICBL, we're operating online. We've always been operating online, but we recently reopened the office for persons to come in, but that's not happening until further notice. We want to make sure that our customers are safe. And of course, we want to make sure that our staff is safe. We don't want people on the roads unnecessarily, and we can do it online anyway. So we're going to do it for you, www.icbl.com. Make sure that you're following our social media for all updates. That's Facebook, Instagram. You can follow us on LinkedIn as well, ICBL Insurance, and we have all of our information there. If you need to reach our OmniPlus team, you can always get through to them at 434-6004. You can always call the office if you need to speak to someone, 434-6000. But like I said, you can always send us an email. That's quick, fast, no hassle, info@icbl.com with anything you want. You want to ask a question, you want to submit forms, whatever you need, you can get it done with ICBL online, because we are always there when you need us most.
Well, thank you very much, Sharleen. Thank you very much, Nurse Lisa, for spending some time. Of course, we'll get to the Nurse Knows program, hopefully, once everything is back to quote-unquote normal next week. But thank you very much for spending some time with us.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. All right, that last 15 minutes brought to you with the kind compliments of ICBL, always there when you need us most.
When we use our passion to create something special, we cherish the experience that brings the result. It isn't always smooth sailing, but that's the beauty of it. Because through experience and the help of knowledgeable partners, we learn and grow together. And we dream bolder dreams for the future, confident that your passion and our expertise will bring an ever bright tomorrow. ICBL, always there when you need us most.